Hello and welcome. This is your host, Razor MK, back again. And this time we're doing a little advanced guide on the Warwick guy. I already did all the basics and all that stuff. So let me get started with the advanced guide on how do you beat Warwick. Alright guys, I'm going to share a lot of information on a lot of stuff with Warwick. I play Warwick. I understand with Warwick. I understand a lot of things with, with Warwick. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's so many guys that'll say just air grab Warwick and all that stuff. I'm telling you this, and I'm telling you this now. If I see a guy that's telling me just air grab me, I'll just bait. I'll just bait you so many times with the air grabs and all that stuff. So with the jab and all that. But even though air grab does work with Warwick, it's not the true way to be a Warwick. See, one thing about Warwick players is this: they want to mix you up. For example, if you're in that corner and we do that vault, and you see what you saw right now, if they hold it and charge the vault, he can cling to a wall. He can do whatever he wants because one, you may not be prepared for it, and two, even if you try to block it, he does got that command grab, and that command grab does go a little bit faster when he's on the wall for some odd reason. For some odd reason. You see, with Warwick does jump a lot, and that's the only way he gets in because, now people are catching on that his run, the Warwick run, is invincible on a lot of projectiles. So there's some players that will bait the Warwick player to do a run, but what they don't know is Warwick can do the vault attack while on the run, and during that time he's in the air. So Warwick does get in the ground to the air real quick, and depends on and then depending on the assist, he can get in. Now, the only thing I put in a little frame data to let you guys understand what a lot of the Warwick players will do. When Warwick does that vault, like this, charge or non-charge, it's reactable, guys. Remember this: the charge will do damage. Well, any of the vaults can do damage, but the one with the run animation and the vault doesn't do no damage. But you gotta think though, all Warwick players will do is vault. And then let me show you guys a little something else. And I know there's so many people will say I'm going this too fast, but listen, I gotta get these guides out and all that stuff, and it may be a little disorganized. It's all good, but anyway, I keep telling you folks, that there are actual guys that just tell you just air grab Warwick. That's not how this is gonna happen. Listen, like I said before, Warwick will bait someone that try to do an air grab and then all that stuff. See, one thing you guys don't understand is Warwick got tools that keeps him safe. And then the reason why you see Warwick do a lot of jumping is because there's tons of safe moves during his vault. Like but here's the deal. You like even though you guys say I'll just air grab you. There's times now where even if you try to air grab, what makes you think I won't call it assist like Blitzcrank to get you off the air or block it? I mean, if you guys are in block stun in the air, I could just do the Warwick dive with my teeth and safely descend down. See, with the vault is the key opponent what makes Warwick crazy. If you understand the Warwick players, how should I say, habits of using the vault, then you get them every single time. I mean, if you guys don't master your parry, then yeah, Warwick can be a problem with some of the casuals and the newbies that are getting started in the game that don't understand the mechanics of the game, or the mechanics of the game isn't as clear cut as they make it out to be. But now listen, a lot of stuff that Warwick does is and will be this: he will vault you to death. No matter if you're small like Timo or tall as Ari. Warwick's bite dive right there, even though this they say this negative, it is one of the get it is one of them that is like like Warwick will react no matter if you block or anything. It depends on how far dive down if I can. Like for example, if you see a Warwick does a high dive and just dive, yeah, it'd be negative and you'd be positive. But here's the deal: Warwick will be a little bit further than you if you don't have anything that's long reaching or projectile to hit the Warwick or get the Warwick to block. Then he'll be in the positive. But one thing for a fact though, the lower the Warwick can go with that dive move, the more positive he is. I mean, my goodness, it is plus on block, and it's one of those tools where he will mix you up like crazy. Like imagine do a dive, then do another vault, call it assist. You block, and then he waits, and then he does an air grab on you right there, and all that stuff. And believe me, people will more so. A lot of y'all will just try to block and withstand the 50-50 with the Warwick. Now, what if I just tell you guys this? If you got a good character that has a very good anti-air, like any crouching heavies or DP special moves that's invincibility and can handle the Warwick, then Warwick's there. I mean, heaven forbid, the match I had with this one Warwick player, he did all the jumping, and no, I kept him at bay with my Illaoi. Illaoi got a very good little anti-air that's wide range and very good in vertical, like very big in vertical range that it's ridiculous. And then another part with the Warg is his blood gauge. Like, if I give him his blood gauge, it's almost GG, but it's not impossible to defend from the Warg. But but one thing you guys gotta be careful is the vault. The vault is Warwick's key move to get in and mix you up, and it doesn't get better with the blood gauge. With the blood gauge, he can go beyond and all that stuff. So with Warwick, if I'm saying the vault is one of Warwick's key things, believe me, I'm telling you the truth. Because a lot of things that Warwick can do, like the dive, give him plus as low as Warwick can go, make him very plus on anything, block or misses, and then he does that little moonsault kick. That moonsault kick is very dangerous in many ways, and also that's plus. But let me remind you guys something. If you guys are inexperienced with like you know the mechanics that they give you, like on the parry and all that stuff, I advise you guys to work on your parry and your defense skills because if you play real patient, many Warwick players know that Warwick don't have any type of keep away to keep you at bay, and Warwick has to get in somehow by wall clinging to mix you up and all that stuff. But there's a lot of times what defines a good Warwick player is when can they do all out mix up to close out the game. Is like a lot of great Warwick players try not to be predictable on their movements, and if you do see a Warwick doing all that jumping, don't just try to air grab, because air grab's kind of a little finicky at this game. But try to do anti-airs. And I'm telling you, if you learn every character's anti-airs and all that stuff, you can actually stop Warwick. And then if you notice how to do parries, because do parries on the most reactable moves ever. But there's another few things guys want you to know. It depends on each assist how the Warwick can play. Like if he got a Blitzcrank, he knows Blitzcrank can grab characters out of the air. So Warwick isn't going to be afraid to jump jumping a lot. And assists do play a major key role on how the Warwick's gonna play. And a lot of Warwicks will do a lot of mix-ups, like I said again. But they will do another move, which is the little dive thing that Warwick does in the air. Not only this move is pretty safe when you're air to air with him, Warwick will go down first before your opponent reacts, and that move right there, it almost make Warless, well, not Warless, but Warwick kind of, lagless on the on the ground, especially online, and 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 a lot of Warwick players will use this move, not just to stop the momentum of their air, but it has an arch where Warwick gain a little bit of a horizontal movement to that to that little special move. But also, a lot of Warwick players, especially good ones, will, if they know you're in the corner, they will try at least do at least a mix up on the wall cling, and if you're not expecting that, oh gosh, it's actually pretty scary if you think about it. If Warwick gets near where the wall is, not only he access to the demon flip moves with the dive, the kick will turn to a claw, which it will ground bounce, and and the grab. Oh, never forget about the grab, and the grab gets a little bit faster too. But a lot of a lot of Warwick players, if they see you in that wall, they'll figure out how to do a little mix up to get them wall clean the wall. And Warwick clean the wall isn't as hard as, I'll say, jumping over. He can just do a full charge vault move of the special, and he will cling into the wall, which that will throw you. It will throw some of you off if you're expecting him to do anything else. And then with assist, it could become a very deadly mix-up. But one thing for a fact, though, with good spacing and all that stuff, good Warwick player will know about spacing, use the Rekka claw moves to mix you up, and then Warwick got a very fast backdash more than anything, and then his claws, especially his medium, can go, golly, almost like 1/3 of the character length, and that's dangerous too. And then the Warwick run. Everyone knows about the Warwick run for a while now, since I spammed a lot on the Warwick run because be vulnerable in projectiles and all that stuff. But like I said before, to combat a Warwick, you just need to use a lot of anti-airs moves and just be reacting a lot of things. Two, watch out for the demon flip. Watch out for a lot of the I'll say habit that these Warwick player does. If they jump a lot, expect them to do like kicks and dives, and if you notice they don't do grabs, and all, just use anti-airs. I know a lot of the guys will tell you just do air grabs. No, there's many ways to beat a Warwick, and just do air grabs. Not going to cut it. Just do anti-airs and learn how the air combo. And two, learn your defense. Learn defense. Just learn it. Parry, all that stuff. But with that said, this is your host, ERazorMK, signing off. I'll catch you guys next time.